Winter 2026 pulled up with romance anime that'll make you laugh, blush, scream at fictional couples, and question your emotional stability. So today, we're counting down the newest romance anime you absolutely need on your watch list. Kicking off with number 10, Sayoshi no Gikei Maderu Tame, Nagai Kishimasu. This one starts like a wholesome historical romance, then quietly sneaks emotional damage into your chest. It follows a noblewoman whose entire life mission becomes protecting and low-key adoring her fragile brother-in-law. Sounds calm, right? Wrong. Every episode feels like you're watching affection weaponized against fate itself. The romance here isn't loud or dramatic. It's gentle, persistent, and dangerously sincere, the kind that makes you pause the episode and sigh for no reason. What really sells it is how it refuses to rush. No sudden love confessions every 5 minutes, no jealous tantrum arcs that last one episode, just subtle glances, quiet sacrifices, and that constant tension of, say something already. If you liked the emotional pacing of My Happy Marriage, but wanted more internal monologue and less fairy tale sparkle, this hits perfectly. It's soft, bittersweet, and surprisingly intense. Not flashy, but it stays with you long after the credits roll. This is Emiva's Anime. Watch this video to the end and hit that subscribe button now. Sliding to number 9, High School, Kimengumi. Yes, this is technically a revival, and yes, it's still completely unhinged. High School. Kimengumi comes back swinging with chaotic comedy, absurd character designs, and romance that exists purely to be roasted. This isn't soft piano music and cherry blossoms. This is 5 idiots competing for attention while logic quietly leaves the building. The romance works because it doesn't pretend to be deep. It leans into parody, exaggerating every trope until it breaks. Love triangles, more like love traffic accidents. Confessions get interrupted by stupidity, misunderstandings are intentional, and the female lead's patience deserves a medal. What surprised me is how self-aware it feels. The anime knows it's ridiculous and doubles down, which makes the romantic moments hit harder when they actually land. It's not here to replace your emotional favourites, but it's perfect when you want romance without crying into your pillow. Think Gintama energy, but filtered through pure rom-com nonsense. Loud, dumb, and way more charming than it has any right to be. Landing on number 8, Daus, Koishite Shimanda, Season 2. Season 1 already had fans emotionally invested, and Season 2 basically said, cool, now let's hurt you. This continuation dives deeper into unresolved feelings, messy timing, and that painfully realistic idea that loving someone doesn't magically fix your life. The characters feel older, heavier, and way more self-aware. What I love here is the refusal to simplify romance. Nobody suddenly becomes perfect. People make bad choices, hesitate too long, and say the wrong thing at exactly the worst moment. It's frustrating in the most human way possible. The animation leans softer, the music lingers longer, and the silence between characters says more than the dialogue. If Season 1 was about falling in love, Season 2 is about surviving it. And yeah, it hurts sometimes, but that's the point. If you're into romance anime that respect your intelligence and don't spoon-feed emotions, this one absolutely delivers. It's quiet, raw, and painfully relatable in a way that sneaks up on you. Looking at number 7, Prism Rondo. This anime feels like someone took romance, music, and emotional chaos, then spun them together into something unexpectedly addictive. Prism Rondo centers around intertwined love stories connected through performance, art, and unresolved pasts. Every character carries emotional baggage like it's part of their outfit. The romance doesn't play safe. Feelings overlap, timing is awful, and the anime thrives on tension. You're constantly switching between this is beautiful and this is a terrible decision, which honestly makes it more fun. The visual style is vibrant without being distracting, and the soundtrack does heavy emotional lifting when words fail. What makes it stand out is how passion fuels everything. Love, jealousy, ambition, it's all tangled together. If you liked the emotional messiness of Kids on the Slope or Nana, this scratches that same itch. It's dramatic, stylish, and occasionally painful, but never boring. This is romance anime for people who enjoy emotional risk. Rolling into number 6, Does It Count If You Lose Your Virginity to an Android? This title alone started arguments, and the anime fully commits to the chaos. Under the awkward premise is a surprisingly thoughtful exploration of intimacy, loneliness, and what it actually means to connect with someone. It balances humor with discomfort in a way that constantly keeps you guessing. The main character is painfully awkward. The android is way more emotionally perceptive than expected, and the dynamic slowly shifts from comedy to something almost sincere. It doesn't romanticize everything. In fact, it regularly calls out how weird the situation is, which oddly makes it feel more grounded. What impressed me most is how it handles consent, boundaries, and emotional growth without turning preachy. It's funny, uncomfortable, sometimes sweet, and sometimes brutally honest. If you enjoyed Chobits but wanted it updated for modern conversations, this is absolutely worth watching. You'll laugh, cringe, and then suddenly realize you're emotionally invested. That's dangerous. Crashing into number 5, Boku no Kokoro no Yabayatsu movie. The movie format lets this series go full emotional throttle. Everything you loved about the TV series, awkward tenderness, painfully sincere moments, and character growth gets amplified. Ichikawa's internal chaos is on full display, and Yamada somehow becomes even more effortlessly lovable. What makes this movie special is how it rewards long-time fans. Small gestures hit harder, callbacks land perfectly, and the romance feels earned rather than forced. It doesn't reinvent the story, it deepens it. The pacing is tighter, the animation smoother, and the emotional beats linger longer than you expect. Even if you weren't a hardcore fan before, this movie might convert you. It captures that feeling of first love where everything feels overwhelming and important. It's awkward, heartfelt, and genuinely funny without trying too hard. A rare romance movie that understands its characters and trusts the audience to feel alongside them. Moving to number 4. In the clear moonlit dusk, this anime understands vibes. Soft lighting, quiet conversations, and emotional tension thick enough to cut. It's a romance built on subtlety, where attraction grows through shared moments instead of dramatic events. The leads feel refreshingly mature, even when they're unsure of themselves. What really stands out is how it portrays emotional vulnerability. Characters hesitate, overthink, and pull back, not because of plot nonsense, but because feelings are scary. The animation complements this perfectly, using silence and framing to say what dialogue doesn't. It's not loud or flashy, and that's exactly why it works. If you're tired of exaggerated reactions and endless misunderstandings, this feels like a breath of fresh air. It's tender, reflective, and quietly powerful. The kind of romance anime that doesn't demand attention, but earns it through sincerity and atmosphere. Entering number 3, The Invisible Man and His Soon-to-Be Wife. But trust me, number 3? It'll mess with your head in the best way possible. This anime takes a bizarre concept and somehow turns it into one of the most wholesome romances of the season. An invisible man and a woman who treats him with genuine warmth? It shouldn't work, but it absolutely does. The romance thrives on emotional visibility instead of physical presence. Every interaction feels intimate because it's based on trust, kindness, and understanding. The humor is gentle, the pacing deliberate, and the emotional payoff surprisingly strong. What really hits is how it explores being seen without being looked at. It's sweet without being corny, funny without undermining sincerity, and creative without feeling gimmicky. By the time feelings deepen, you're fully invested. This is proof that romance anime can still surprise us when it leans into heart instead of spectacle. Approaching number 2, there was a cute girl in the hero's party. So I tried confessing to her. This one blends fantasy and romance with way more confidence than expected. The setup is simple, but the execution is smooth. Confessing during a hero's journey sounds ridiculous until you realize how refreshing it is. The romance develops alongside battles, travel, and emotional growth. The characters don't pause the world to fall in love, they grow closer through shared experiences. The female lead isn't just the cute girl, she's competent, emotionally aware, and refreshingly direct. There's humor, warmth, and a surprising amount of sincerity. It avoids harem nonsense and focuses on one developing relationship, which immediately earns respect. If you enjoy fantasy romance without endless drama padding, this hits that sweet spot. Fun, heartfelt, and consistently enjoyable from episode to episode. Finally, at number 1, The Daughter of the Demon Lord is too kind. This anime wins because it understands charm. The Demon Lord's daughter is pure sunshine in a world that expects darkness, and watching people slowly realize she's genuinely kind never gets old. The romance blooms naturally, fueled by misunderstandings, cultural clashes, and emotional warmth. What makes it special is how it flips expectations. Instead of angst, you get healing. Instead of cruelty, compassion. The romance feels earned because it grows from respect and shared values, not convenience. It's funny, heartwarming, and emotionally satisfying without trying to be deep for the sake of it. Sometimes you just want a romance anime that makes you smile consistently, and this absolutely delivers. A perfect balance of fantasy, comedy, and genuine affection. So that's my top 10 newest romance anime for winter 2026, packed with laughs, emotional damage, and unexpected favourites. Let me know which one you're watching first, drop your own rankings below, smash the like button, subscribe for more anime chaos, and I'll catch you in the next video.